Do not attempt to adjust your programming. You are now listening to B-Movies and Beyond.
The logo. You got a brush too? Oh. Just doing weird little wave.
You got all kinds of combs. This is wrapping paper.
That looks way fancier.
Oh man, welcome in to episode B or 335. I was about to say episode B movies and beyond.
Are we on 335? We are, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have 334 for some reason.
Dude, just like what? 30 more? Or I guess 29 and we're at 364.
Does it count that this year is a leap year? So we got to do 365 episodes.
Is it really a leap year?
It is a leap year. Yes, sir.
Oh, I guess. Well, then, yeah, we should do 365 then, just to be on the safe side.
Aren't there 365 days anyway?
I don't know. I just thought about that. I think so. So we need 366.
Yeah.
So we need 31 episodes. We're
We
getting
can do that.
close.
We're
getting
close. Holidays happen, weekends happen, pro wrestling events happen, birthdays.
Yeah.
Long
birthdays.
Spontaneous Casa Bonita ventures.
Oh, yeah. Do you see what's behind me from pro wrestling?
Oh, oh, that reminds me. We got to reach out to Squid Games. I need to do that. I should do that while we record.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, Ryan and I were celebrating his birthday still. Like, I was just telling him, like, this is last week. I saw him like 3 times. Kind of 4 times.
You like 3 times.
I know. It was crazy. In person, in real life.
And it was fun. All of the above.
Yes.
There was a birthday celebration. There was a birthday celebration. And then there was a pro wrestling birthday celebration. So
yeah. And I got part of a broken table that's behind me if I go the right way.
I like your collection back there.
Yeah. It's growing.
You're rebuilding.
That's right.
The previous set had a bunch of weird toys and pillows and 2 dudes, 1 bed, and all that good stuff.
It is good stuff, but I think I got rid of a lot of that stuff. Sadly.
Yeah, you handed me a box. Like there was a Godzilla, my toys.
Oh yeah, that's what's missing is I don't have your toys anymore.
I know. I went on a hunt today at Brass Armadillo because I saw a Jack Skellington NECA action figure a couple days ago.
Yeah,
and I found out that thing was worth $100, and it was for sale for $20. So someone else found out what I found out and got one smoking deal.
Oh, they beat you to it.
So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to go search high and low for the Batman Forever McDonald's glasses.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you have those?
I did.
Those would be perfect whiskey glasses. Even though I already have 9,000 whiskey glasses. Do you want some whiskey glasses?
Sure. But
okay.
Really? I thought they were like tall. So you'd take it like doubles? You don't
know, bro. They're short.
And what am I thinking of? I swear the Batman Forever glasses were like tall ones. Am I right?
Hold up. Let's present.
Yeah, we gotta get to the bottom of these glasses. Batman Forever glasses.
Oh, dude, I hate getting a new computer because it's like, do you want to do this stuff? And do you want to hey, I'm glad I got a new computer, but I hate that I have to set everything up. Blech.
Oh yeah, I hear you. You gotta make it your own, right? So, yeah, it is episode 335. We got a great episode in store. Oh yeah, those were the glasses.
Okay, so are we? There's 2 sizes.
See, I don't think I ever had the small ones. I think I only had the big ones.
The big ones were Batman and Robin, and the small ones were Two-Face and Jim Carrey.
Why'd they belittle them?
Yeah, what the heck? Oh,
dude,
now
they don't.
I saw the Jim Carrey one today. I didn't buy it, but Maybe I'm gonna make the mistake that I did the last time. Jesus,
Dude, you're gonna miss out again.
look at the detail on that, like the coin flippage into the handle.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, that
It-
is, yeah. Dude, they just McDonald's doesn't do it like they once did. Like I was just talking about that with like the toys, right? Like
Mhm.
the Happy Meals, and actually they kind of like I saw a latest commercial where they had like the little chicken nuggets and like little costume things,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
right?
Those are
Like
best.
that's yeah, that was cool. So that kind of makes like, oh, I kind of want to get those. Brings me back to when I was a kid when they had like the Halloween figures, little chicken nuggets. My favorite though, and I think it was from Burger King though, was when the Looney Tunes were DC characters in costume. You remember that?
That was McDonald's.
That was McDonald's too?
Yep.
I thought it was Burger King.
Nope. These
Well,
guys right there.
that's what they need to bring back, man. Dude, they had such good toys back then, and then oh man, what the shit.
They had fantastic toys. So you were bringing up the McNuggets, and that's an adult thing, right?
What do you mean? I mean, to collect them? Yes.
The nuggets that you get from McDonald's now are part of some YouTube influencer adult chicken nugget package. This guy, and I don't know his name, but they collaborated with him. And apparently, if you find this little golden nugget, he's super rare and super expensive.
Huh.
However, I already found out that McDonald's employees are opening the boxes, finding the number, and pulling them aside for themselves.
Of course they are, because they're fucking assholes.
They're fucking assholes.
It's well, they're like all teenagers, man. Like it's things have changed. What happened to the integrity of McDonald's staff and like, I remember going to McDonald's and driving through and be like, "Hey, do you have this toy?" And they're like, "No." And then I would throw my milkshake in there and leave. So
Did you at least get it on video?
no, this is before that, man. I was a kid.
Stop. Peter throwing milkshakes at McDonald's employees.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I also wasn't driving, so I embellished that story. But I would go ask for toys, and if they didn't have it, I'd sadly say, "Fine, just give me that Happy Meal."
I'm not so happy.
Yeah, I'll just double up on this because probably one day I'll lose all of them, and I did.
My McDonald's used to they were nice. I'd be like, hey, do you have this glass? And they're like, yeah, we got it. I'm like, okay, cool. You know what, dude? I was that kid though. I would call places before I'd go there just to make sure it's there. Dude, I would call Toys R Us and be like, yeah, I'm looking for the Green Ranger Dragon Zord combination set. Do you guys have that? And they'd be like, oh, I remember my Batman one. Remember the Bat Speeder Boat from Batman Returns?
Yeah.
Old Target off 104th and Grant. And I was all excited. I was like, cool, it's on sale. My dad's going to get it for me. And it wasn't there. And I didn't know what to do. So I think I got sick. Me and Target have bad memories. I used to get diarrhea walking into Target. I don't know why. One with Street Sharks and one with McDonald or Batman speeder boats. But I didn't know what to do, so I was starting to feel a little sick and nervous. And then I learned what a rain check was, and I had to go through this entire process to like fill out a form and like let them know that I was interested in buying it whenever it comes in, and I would get that price. And it was such a hassle, but dude, I made them do it. And I got my speeder bike boat thing from Batman. And
Just had to wait a little bit longer.
And that was the most tumultuous 3 weeks of my life because I wanted that so bad. And like I bugged my parents. I called Target. I used to call McDonald's.
Even though you had a rain check, you so called Target. Hey, is my toy in yet?
I was that kid, dude. One of my little story time with Ryan right now, but I used to call Blockbuster because I'd want to rent games, right? Yeah. And my most famous one, and this is probably the moment I stopped calling them places, but do you remember the fish game on Dreamcast where you would talk to the fish and it was Leonard Nimoy?
Oh, yeah. It had like a little dangly thing, right?
What was that game called?
Oh, dude. I don't know. But it's like, it's almost like AI technology then, right?
It was the coolest thing in the world, and I needed to play this. However, 11-year-old Ryan was going around calling all the
Seaman.
blockbusters, asking for semen.
Wait, how old were you?
11. I'd call. I'm used to it. Hey, do you guys have Super Smash Brothers? No, okay. Do you have Clay Fighter 63 and a third? No, okay. And then finally it hit. One day I was on the phone with the blockbuster on 84th, and I was like, "Yeah, do you guys happen to have semen?"
What the guys do?
Well, it wasn't so much the guy, but it was my sister walking by, and she goes, "What did you just ask him for?"
Hang up, hang up.
And I looked at her, like, semen for Dreamcast. Duh. And
God.
I think that hit one day in like middle school when we were in sex ed, and I was like, "Oh, that's what I was asking for." So,
Oops. That's
oops.
why they were always out.
That and the
Did
blockbusters were always out.
yeah. Did the Blockbuster didn't have like an adult section, did it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I was gonna
They
say like,
they just had a B-rated movie section.
yeah, that was awesome.
I know.
Did you ever get to play this game?
Yeah, it was so lame.
Mm,
It was so lame.
yeah, it makes
I
sense.
don't even think it worked, to be honest with you.
Probably not. Probably didn't understand the thing you said to it. And you probably just kept on saying, I need semen.
I need
Where
more
are the
semen.
Yeah. And it does not compute.
It was like, oh, you played a dirty trick on us, Sega Dreamcast.
Yeah, they did. I
Mm.
remember when that was like done and buying it up, and like because games were like so cheap, and I don't know, that's probably a dumb move because I hardly played that thing, and then I just got rid of it. So whatever.
Yeah.
Ryan, did you have a good birthday week?
A fantastic birthday month so far.
It's still going. It's still
Well,
going.
I would say it ended. I think Lucha Libre and Laughs was the end of it. New Year's we all did our own thing. Um, and then it was like birthday time, and I'm really thankful my friends showed up to Casa Bonita 2, and then we went out, and you and Danny and Colby met up with us later, and it was just a perfect amount of time,
Yeah.
perfect amount of time with friends, doing things, driving home, you driving us home, thank you. And and then like during that dinner, I'm like, oh yeah, I got into Casa Bonita, and I'm gonna take my brother and sister and blah blah blah. And Nikki's like, I wish you would have just invited us. And you're like, I got tickets to Casa Bonita. We'll see you guys before you go there. I was like, how'd you do that, Peter? Did you have tickets before?
No, dude, I did it right then and there because remember when you told me you got tickets, I asked you like, when did you get this? And you said you just did like a week or two ago, right?
No, I set it up like a month ago.
Oh,
Or no,
well,
I emailed when you could email.
I did the same thing and they never responded. So I was like, screw this, I'm doing it again. And then as soon as I did it again, instantly while we're at dinner, I got the thing saying, hey, we got availability this week. I'm like, shit, yeah.
That's
And
amazing.
yeah, and now you don't get shits now at Casa Bonita. At least I didn't.
Yeah,
So
the food was actually it was okay.
yeah, it was. I mean, it's still like it's fast. You get it before you even go to your table, but it is better quality. But man, I cannot, dude. Casa Bonita, that was so much fun. Like I had no idea, like I was missing it that much. Like we stayed there. Like you left before us, and you got there later.
Did I leave before? No, we closed up, dude.
Dude, we closed up too, man. We were in the gaming area for a while after I saw you and I left. I got lost, went through everything again, the cave and went around the waterfall. Like, dude, I just went everywhere, man. I did not know. I never explored that place so much before, and it was amazing. And it's so cool Like it was like all adults basically, right? Like
Yeah.
all adults at the puppy show. There's a magic show now, like in a theater. That's really cool, and like all adults. It's just adults everywhere, and you're just having like you get to be like a kid again. It was awesome, dude. So next birthday, we should go there again. Oh, I guess my birthday's coming up. Aaron's birthday's coming up. Maybe we all need to go.
Do we just need to make it a birthday thing? Like that's what we do in our
Maybe.
adult lives. Like we just go to Casa Bonita. I like that idea.
My favorite part though was running into Man Bear Pig.
Moko.
Is that what his name is?
That's what her name is, and it's a girl. And I was laughing so hard when I was going through the photos later on. I was like, I looked, and you see, like, but behind Man Bear Pig's face, you saw a girl. Like she was wearing
really?
eyeliner and everything, dude. I was laughing so hard. I was like, Moko's just some chick running around in a Man Bear Pig costume, picking at people's food.
They popped up when over by the puppet show, and I just yelled, "Man Bear Pig!" And then she was trying to get my drink, but she was not allowed to have drinks, not while she's working.
No, her handler was very on point.
Yeah.
And so you did the puppet show. I did the magician show. What was it?
No, I did not. I did the magician show, the sorcerer.
Yeah, the sorcerer.
Yeah, I did not. I saw the puppet show, like, and like all the people just sitting down, but I never actually sat down and participated. Which I don't. Maybe like I just feel like everything they did was kind of like it's kid friendly, but it's also like geared towards adults. And oh man, you're having a celebration behind Ryan.
I forgot we're talking about my birthday. I gotta unleash the fireworks.
There you go. Oh man, but I just can't. Anyone that's in Denver,
hey, don't rain on my parade, okay?
Okay, sorry. You need to go to Casa Bonita. Get your tickets. It is so much fun. And then also March 2nd, I believe, you're gonna be again in Denver. Go see what Luchadors and
Lucha Libre and Laughs.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Go ahead.
The comedians, the three comedians, they didn't always bring the laughs, but yeah, but it was still great fun. And that was my first pro wrestling event. And at first I was like, oh man, this is kind of corny. And then it just kept on escalating. I'm like, this is fucking amazing.
Isn't it so fun? Dude, the local shows are, I mean, yes, the pro ones are fun to be there, but the local ones are the best. And I felt bad for a moment because the Heidi Howitz, she showed me her belt, and my first instinct was to turn around and hit my friend over the head with it.
Yeah, and she thought you were stealing it.
Yeah, she thought I was stealing it. I was like, I'm so sorry. That was just my reaction. I realized how much trouble that could have got me into. My bad.
My birthday. It's my birthday.
It's my birthday. Yeah.
And I behave like a kid.
Oh my gosh.
But that's the whole week. That is why we did not record last time. But we're back now, and we just spent like 20 minutes recapping. Should we get into it, Ryan?
Yes, we shall.
What? How? Why? I have so many questions!
Really love this segment.
If you're not on YouTube, you should check it out. Ryan has a new toy. Oh man. So Ryan, what's our quick question for today?
Okay, this goes in alignment with the last episode. We were supposed to watch, spoiler alert, watch and review Dream Scenario with Nicolas Cage, because it is still Nicolas Cage month, and everything that we did. Oh my gosh, Nick Cage needs to do a movie in Casa Bonita. Teamed up with the South Park guys. Jesus. Anyway, sorry.
Maybe once he's kind of done and takes a step back, maybe he'll do that.
Just drinking margaritas like crazy at the bar at the top next to Cartman, and just getting lost in Casa Bonita and all the...
Make him do like the animatronics at the bar.
Yes.
Do it
again! Dream Scenario, spoiler alert, review coming up. But if you've listened to this podcast, watch the trailer. You get an idea what the movie is about. Nick Cage infiltrates people's dreams. He doesn't know how or why he's doing it. But my question is, whose dream would you like to be in or infiltrate?
And you don't know. You just want to you want your persona to show up in someone's dream. And who would that person be? That's the question.
Yes.
I think Jeff Bezos.
Oh, little side hustle, huh?
Yeah, I mean, dude, the guy's loaded. I just feel like if I'm in enough dreams and I ever do finally run into him, or he finds me because he's just like, Amazon's connected to everything. So I feel like somehow he has like facial recognition and has seen me, and he's gonna like, dude, he's gonna like, I'm gonna take you to space. Maybe that's what he does, and I'm fine with that. So
because you're in my dream, I'm going to take you to space. I like that.
Yeah, logical, right?
And great job opportunity too, because you could just be like, yeah, no, I should be your VP of Amazon. That's what it means.
Yeah, maybe I can say, oh yeah, I'm in other people's dreams, and we can advertise another thing that happened. So
a good premise to a movie.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I want someone that's rich and kind of powerful. I think that's where I want to go with that. So
I'll double up on that one. I'll go the other rich guy, Elon Musk.
He could take you to space too, I guess.
He could take me to space too.
He
could put me in his AI
Cybertruck
programs. He could put me in his in his Tesla robot AI things that he's been making. Maybe that's the identity of the robots. I saw Ryan in this dream, therefore all these robots are going to be modeled after him.
Oh man. Turn that dream into a nightmare. Just what if they all turn into Brian Romero?
That's a chance the world is willing to take.
That's just what happens when they malfunction and they start killing everyone.
Could you imagine a bunch of Tesla AI robots driving around Teslas autonomously, just drunk off their brains,
spitting on
each other,
people, charging up, headbutting one another?
The good thing is their batteries will die at some point, so like you just gotta wait for the battery to die.
It's true. Or it gets really cold. You know how Teslas work in the cold. So.
And you know how well Brian works in the cold.
Yeah.
So that's how you see. That's a movie right there. That's how you defeat the Brian Romero AI robots. Just put them out in the cold.
That's true. Figure it out. Need some liquid nitrogen. That's the same thing with T1000. Oh man, you got the same not default, but
No,
I don't
know.
What is? Why can't I think of the word? You're playing the game. The weakness. You have the same weakness. Weak spot.
Okay.
It's the cold. It's the T1000.
I was watching Reacher, and the main bad guy is T1000.
In the new season?
Yeah. And dude, I was like, man, they really make him after Peacemaker, they made him such a bad villain, like a super racist, and like he just has that persona the rest of his career. But he said something funny in Reacher, and I want to find the clip, but he's like, Sarah Connor, I don't know. No, I don't know who she is. And like just carried on with the show. I was like, did they really just throw that out there?
Well, he's an actor. He's very good.
So very good.
All right, let's get into trailers.
Boom.
Here are some exciting coming attractions from
movies and beyond.
You need this.
Yeah, I do. Ryan, I was gonna say we got some good trailers, but I think we got a couple okay ones and some ones that are like, But I have something to say for each one of these. It's the trailers were all interesting. And I think I'm going to start with, in my opinion, the least interesting one. And that's Halo. Halo the series, season 2. A trailer came out. Actually, I think we might have missed this like last time we recorded, but I don't like what first popped in was like, oh, they did get a second season. I never finished the first one. It kind of sucked. And then I was like, I wonder if they're going to show, Master Chief's face again and everything. Yep, sure enough, they did. And then it even seemed like there was parts where he's not even wearing a suit and he's almost like afraid to wear the suit. And I was like, that's really strange. And they just kind of like they showed a lot of, I don't know if it's supposed to make me excited, but it did not. Just a lot of stuff. And I guess that's my question to you is like, you watched that trailer. Do you want to like continue watching Halo?
Oh, when I was watching the trailer, all I could think about was, please don't suck, please don't suck, please don't suck. So that's how I'm going into this is just please don't suck.
Did you finish the first season?
Yes.
Did you really? Okay.
I think so. I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, my vision just got blurry.
Well, when you squint your eyes like that. But it seems like you don't really remember. Like, could you actually recall what happened at the end?
Nope. That was 2021, dude.
All right. So not memorable if you did watch it.
What's funny is after you finish that trailer, the next one is like season 1 recap.
Oh. Well, I know I did not finish it. And this trailer did not make me want to. Well, I shouldn't really say that. It didn't really make me want to, but at the same time, I'm like, maybe I should give it another shot. So I guess it kind of did. But it was just more of, I had this thing where if I start something, I had this urge where I need to finish it, right? Even if it kind of sucks, for the most part. There are
For
a few
series. Oh, you're a brave man.
Yeah. There's some series where I'm like, wow, that is really bad. And I never get back to it. Like Halo's one of those. But a little bit of me is like, like maybe it gets better. I think that's what I kept on saying. But now talking to you, I'm like, nah, I don't think so, because you can't even remember the ending. So
yeah, but I don't even remember the ending of the movie I just watched 20 minutes ago.
All right. So I guess you got a good point there.
Oh, you know what though? I have good news.
What's that?
It's completely off topic, and my knee is really not holding my laptop right. But I saw the turtle van today.
Oh yeah, was that? I could not tell. You sent that to the group chat, and I did not know if that was real or not. That was real.
That was off Wadsworth. Like I was driving down Wadsworth, and I was like, "Is that? Nah, hold up." And I pulled around into the parking lot apartment. I totally stalked this car, and I looked, and it was a Ford Astro van painted exactly like Turtle Van, and it had the big spoiler up top and the big opening door on the side with the shield. It was kind of cool.
That is cool. Did you leave your card and write a message saying, "Hey, I rent exotic cars. I want to rent your car out"?
This one is exotic.
Yeah.
No, it just kind of inspired me. I think that's gonna take the #1 spot for the DeLorean. Like, that's what I want. I want a fast turtle van with a command center inside and full on paint scheme and everything.
Dude, that'd be pretty sweet. If you could shoot me out the top, you know how they did in the cartoon. I want to do that. You're very lucky to come across that. So I
think they live there, so maybe we just cruise by there all the time.
I like it.
Or someone's getting some.
Maybe. For me, my next, I don't know. This trailer just didn't really get me, but I might watch it. But Spaceman.
I rush watched this one.
You rushed?
I watched it and rushed. Like I was like, I'll just put it on in the background, and then I realized there was a talking spider trying to save Adam Sandler's marriage.
Yeah, like that was
in space.
yeah, it was very strange in the fact that I mean, it really just seems like the guy's going crazy. You know, Adam Sandler's in space all alone by himself for a long, long period of time, and now he's having hallucinations, and for whatever reason, it looks like he picked a spider. Unless we could be totally wrong, and there is some stupid, alien entity out there. But the fact that he's just talking to a spider just made me think like if you had like who would you want to talk to in your head? I guess it's kind of like dream scenario kind of.
Yeah, I
but
was gonna say this is a quick question part 2. Who would I want?
Leonardo, that's who you would want.
That's what I was looking at my Ninja Turtle poster, and straight up Leo's looking at me. Yeah, Leo.
Yeah, that'd
Yep.
be pretty sweet. It's cartoon version?
Movie version. Yeah,
Which one?
the first one,
Okay.
because
nice.
he was like the true leader in that one. But if 07 one was probably the best one.
Oh, the TMNT.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going back to animated. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Fun to talk to. I think I want to talk to my dog. I don't know
You know what?
why.
Boom. Churro's laying here. I would love to just bro out with Churro and just have our conversations. And he'd be like, yo, dude, can I get a treat? And I'd be like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah. The only thing I think that's wrong with that is I don't know if they would help us with our relationships if they were in need of help. They're just like you just described. Hey, can I get a treat, bro? Can I get a belly scratch?
Yeah, I know, right? But your dog sees all. So, like, if you can talk to them and they're listening, then he's listening to our significant other.
It's true. They could help out.
Wow.
So,
They'd be like, this is what she was saying in the kitchen the other day. Like, just fix this and you should be good, bro. Now can I have a treat?
Work. Yeah, it might work. The next trailer, I thought this was interesting. This one, and I think we did miss this one. This is the First Omen. It's the Omen, but it's the first one.
Not
So-
-1?
That's probably what they should have done is -1, but no, this is I guess a prequel to the Omen, where you had the Antichrist being born or whatever. And what I kind of like this trailer because it was all in reverse.
Oh,
It was strange, and it was kind of a little bit unsettling, and I don't know why that is. Why just watching something go in reverse, you're kind of like, ugh.
Oh, and this is the one that even had the reverse demonic saying at the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That weird. Yeah, you couldn't even really understand it, right?
I understood it just fine. I don't know about you.
What did it say? I wasn't really paying attention.
It said, yo, bro, get me some treats.
Oh, yeah.
It was just
Makes
our
sense.
dogs.
Yeah. Makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to I need to take that trailer and watch it, I guess backwards so it's forwards.
How do you watch a YouTube video backwards? Can you?
I don't know. There's got to be a way to do that. We got editing powers. We could do that. I could figure it out. Aaron could do it for us. But
we'll hit up Aaron.
Yeah, we'll see if he wants to take on that task.
Aaron,
Maybe he's already done
it.
it.
Question for you. I know, right? He's like, this is what it really says. Oh, thanks, dude. Thanks.
Yeah. But yeah, I it's another horror movie.
It was a minute long and it didn't tell me too much. I'm happy that they didn't give away too much of that movie.
Yeah, I like that. And these last two, I think these are the ones I enjoyed, but Ryan, you didn't enjoy one. Which one should we talk about first?
I didn't enjoy Abigail.
Okay, Abigail. I don't know why.
Some intruders get into this house and she's just a vampire, and this movie just went from 0 to 150 real quick.
It did, but it's by the people, I think they said either producer or director that did Ready or Not, and that's kind of the same thing.
Ready or Not.
Yeah, you remember that with Samara Weaving, and she's the bride and they play games and try to kill her. The movie's awesome. If you have not seen that or you don't remember it, Ryan, you should watch it or rewatch it. It is fantastic. And this, I get the similar vibes with this movie. And I like, though, I like the fact that, okay, I mean, they give everything away. There's a kid. Well, first off, it looks like the kid's getting like kidnapped. And then you
Right.
find out, no, not, it's kind of the case. But then this whole group of people come in basically like, hey, you got to spend the night here. And I don't watch the kid. I'm not really sure what that was. But then you find out the girl is fucking a vampire. And she's just on the hunt to go kill all these people. She's playing with her food trapped in this mansion with all these people. And it just looks like a really fun, gory time with some, I think there's going to be some creative kills. And they're having a lot of fun because it's a child being like the murderer. So I enjoyed this. You did not, though.
You know what? Now that I'm looking at the Wikipedia, and knowing that Giancarlo Esposito is probably going to be Dracula, I think I'm good with that.
That's cool. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, this is a 1936 Universal Classic Monsters film, Dracula's Daughter, reimagining.
Huh, I like it. That's cool. I mean, I already liked the trailer to begin with, but knowing that information, even more so.
I like it more. I now appreciate this a little bit more. The concept just seems silly at first with like a ballerina vampire, but I mean, I've watched worse shit.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that is, I think just to make it more like childlike, right? I just think that's kind of fun. But that comes out April 19th. Actually, a lot of these movies we talked about come out in April. So
yeah, we're gonna have a slow February and March.
Yeah,
and
this last
season, that's why.
That's true. This last one we totally missed, and it's actually already out on Shudder, by the way. But Destroy All Neighbors.
Looks awesome.
Yeah, and this is B movies, written all over it.
It's not even Beyond; it's just straight up B movie.
Yeah,
this is like Toxic Avenger, Lloyd Kaufman kind of style. Like practical gore, weird villains, weird cast. I mean, Thomas Lennon was a weird guy in it. It's about a guy with his band, fed up with his neighbors doing weird shit. And the weird shit shown
yeah, a lot of weird shit, which just makes you want to watch it. And like, how is this going to play out? Alex Winter from Bill and Ted.
Oh yeah,
he's in it. I think he's the guy, like the neighbor.
He's the neighbor.
I think so.
He's that hillbilly looking thing.
I think so.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, what page should I go to? That was weird.
Yeah. I thought there was someone else in it, but I don't know. But I'm super like, as soon as I saw like a little brief clip of that, I was on board, and I was like, I need to find this right away. And it's on Shudder, so now I gotta get Shudder. So, but the trailer looks amazing, and I'm sure we're gonna be talking about this movie in the coming weeks.
Has any of our friends taken advantage of this, knowing that if you get AMC Plus, you get Shudder as well?
I just saw that, and I do not know. Because I don't know what you get on AMC.
Well, if you're a big Walking Dead fan, yeah.
Yeah. But isn't Walking Dead on Netflix? I don't know. Maybe I'm going to have to like research that a little bit. But let's get into the news, Ryan.
I'm trying to look for this on IMDb, but you are right. Let's get into the news. Neighbors. It's news time.
All right, Ryan. You put all these on here, so I feel like you need to go. You need to take the lead here.
All right, let's take the lead. So, There was news. Okay, Echo has been released in this time, and I am in the midst of watching Echo. So far, I like it. Yes, oh, dude, I saw Jeremy Renner, and I had
An
questions.
Echo?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I had
So
questions. Was this like post-accident Jeremy Renner, or is this pre-accident? I don't know, but then it led me down to Google and found out Jeremy Renner's just doing just fine. He's walking around, skipping, hopping around, and back to filming. And this wasn't Jeremy Renner news, but this is super positive that he is filming the newest season of Mayor of Kingstown.
Oh, cool.
So
Good for him. Glad he's
Dude.
made a full recovery.
full recovery about a year later. Hey, and so far 2024 has started off pretty good without any like weird celebrity deaths and weird stuff. So
I forgot that's how 2023 started was with him, his accident. Wow.
it was him. Ken Block died. Like we had Betty White like a couple of weeks before. Bob Barker.
Yeah.
Like it was just like bam, 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 bam. So 2024, 15 days, 17 days in, it's looking all right. But that wasn't the title. It was about She-Hulk.
This is Marvel news. I
yeah.
understand.
So what's her name? Jennifer what? Jennifer Winters? No.
She-Hulk or the actual actress?
Jennifer Walters. Oh, nope, the actress. What's her name? I don't know her name.
She is, I'll find it, but
as you find that,
Tatiana Maslany.
She made some
Something like
comments where she's like, I think we just kind of blew our budget, so I don't know if we'll get a season 2. However, Disney reportedly still considering She-Hulk season 2. Maybe this was a little tease to see the reaction. I, for one, actually enjoyed She-Hulk.
Me too.
So I hope they make a season 2 because it's a fun way to introduce serious characters and give them a little bit of light, and then they get their own series. Daredevil and Punisher and other fun ones. So bring it on, Disney. This one, did we ever watch the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie?
I sure did.
Did you enjoy it?
It's okay. It's not. I was hoping for so much more. Yeah, like the gore and everything was just kind of lacking, and like no cool death scenes. But it's okay for like, this whole type of low budget horror based on Winnie the Pooh movie. So
well, you're in luck because there's going to be Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2.
Yep.
And it's going to tease Pinocchio.
Nice. Well, I mean,
Unstrung.
they're doing all kinds of ones. What's another one I just saw that they're doing?
Steamboat Willie.
Well, yeah, we talked about that last week. There's some other character too that they're mostly came on the public domain that they're putting out there, but I can't remember what it is.
Oh, Peter Pan.
Maybe. I mean, dude, like just pretty much every single like storybook character.
And Bambi? Oh my gosh.
Oh, maybe that's what I saw. Maybe it was Bambi.
Bambi the Reckoning, dude.
Yeah.
If we get a rabied up Bambi just killing hunters, that'd be so
great. The thing is, I mean, I showed you. We talked about the whole. They changed the mask because now they have a kind of like a bigger budget on this new Winnie the Pooh movie, and like made it a little bit more like grotesque and kind of evil compared to what the first one was. But I kind of liked the first mask because it was so like closer to like what Winnie the Pooh actually looked like. This new one, nothing like. It looks more like a bear.
Oh yeah, that looks dumb.
Yeah, it's more like, which one? The new one?
The new one, yeah.
Yeah, like I think it's kind of cool that it's like, no, they look more like what they did as a cartoon, and now they turn into these evil guys because Christopher Robin left them. So, I don't know.
Interesting.
It's a cool story. It could have been, more thrilling. I guess that's what I want. Maybe Pinocchio. Maybe Pinocchio will do it.
I don't know how that could be terrifying, but I'm in for it.
He
I'll watch
stabs you with his
Pinocchio.
nose. He just tells lies and he stabs you.
Just breaks it off and turns him into freaking sticks with pointy edges.
Yeah.
Why do I not have a word for that? Steaks?
Steaks.
Steaks, thank you.
Dude, Pinocchio should be a vampire hunter.
Boom. That's how you do it. Pinocchio the vampire hunter.
Yeah.
Him and Geppetto's bitten by a vampire, and he's a leader of all the other vampires, and Pinocchio has to tell his lies to make his wooden stakes and bless them and meet the... Oh, yeah. See, why are we not making movies?
Well,
Nope.
it's all recorded, so we have record.
This one's fun. I like how they're making an Until Dawn movie, but the headline was Shazam director to adapt popular horror game with Stephen King's It writer.
Yep.
So, how do you feel about this? Because for me, Until Dawn was special because it was a horror movie that you played out.
Yeah. It was an awesome game, and I think it can be an awesome movie.
But you kind of know what is going on.
Kind of, but like, I mean, okay. I hope they change it up. I'm not one where like they need to do the whole story, but even with that, Until Dawn was like a choose your own adventure game, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you have some stuff that's gonna like this is what's always gonna happen, but based off your actions, that changes the story a bit. So this movie can go a lot of different ways. You know, like I think it can be really cool. And then on top of that, it's like, you know, like, all right, the guy that, I mean, it's the perfect example, right? Okay. Well, people have read the book It, and then they saw the movie It, and they probably enjoyed both things. I haven't personally read the book It, but I saw the movies and I enjoyed the movies. So I think even having a source material like that, I would still like to go see it on the big screen, and I think they can do they can have a lot of fun with it, and it can be a big hit because I thought the game was fantastic. So that's how I feel about it. I do not think it's a bad thing. I like that they got oh man, what is that guy's name? David F. Sandberg or something. He's the guy that did Lights Out and also Annabelle.
That's 100% his name. I was going to crack a joke about it being Adam F. Sandberg, but nope.
Oh, did I really get it? I got it.
David F. Sandberg, yep.
Yeah, and I think that's great casting. I think picking a good director for it. I mean, a writer that helped with it. I thought it was well written. So, I mean, I think they got good people involved with this, and so I'm really excited about this news. So yeah, go Until Dawn.
Oh wait, hold up. Let's do this real quick. Yeah. Woo.
Woo. And then you do that little bubble with the thumb up, but I don't have that, so I'll just do my own thumb.
Listeners, you need to give us money so Peter can get a new Apple computer.
I'm not a big fan of MacBooks, but shh, don't tell them.
It's okay. Well, if you want the cool, weird things like that, then maybe
I'm gonna get cutouts, Ryan, and just confetti. I'm just gonna throw it around. I'm gonna have.
You should just have real confetti at all time.
Look, I already got kind of something. Look at this. Ooh.
Now you got to do that in black and white.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. What's next?
My favorite movie of this winter season, Godzilla -1, is coming back for a special black and white re-release for 1 week only. Go see it. I've said this before. If it comes out again, you need to support this movie because it is freaking awesome. And oh my gosh, it coming out in black and white, it just brings back memories of watching old 1950s Godzilla. And I think that's what they're doing and Godzilla's been a surprise hit for America, and the Japanese are very thankful, and they're probably sending us gifts right now. So January 27th, find your local cinema and watch Godzilla -1 black and white version.
Virgin? Is that
Version.
what you said?
Version.
Do you get a black and white version too?
That's
Go to the
questionable.
movies and find out.
Am I right on the day? I think it was January 27th. Man, that movie was so good. Anyway, you need to see it.
I do.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for it to come to the home box office, you know.
Well, I'm going to see it for a third time, so I guess my ticket will compensate for your lack of tickets.
What day did you say? It's going to come out January 26th for 1 week, so it's gone on February 1st. So
Yep.
Get it while it's black and white.
Get it while it's not in color.
Yeah.
And then this isn't news, but this is Nick Cage. Just want to throw it in there that Nicolas Cage is probably the greatest actor on our entire livelihood. And generations after Nick Cage will never truly know how awesome he was, because he real life got drunk while filming Leaving Las Vegas, and real life loaded for his drunken outbursts. So if that's not method acting, I don't know what is.
Yeah, and the fact that he crushed it, that's when he won his award, his Oscar was for that. I have some other news about
this
him.
element of his performance was a high risk experiment, according to Cage, but it ended up winning him an Oscar. So yeah,
it is. Yeah, that is interesting, because he talks about this at, like, in between filming. That's when, like, he drinks, right? When he's, like, doing a job, he says he's very, like, no drinking. It's all focus. It's all work. He's doing a job and he's not messing around. So that's kind of interesting that he's like, I feel like I need to get drunk for this one. What was I? So I just saw this thing. It's upcoming. Oh, it's called Long Legs. So this was another trailer that we kind of missed, but there's not much to this trailer, and you don't even get to see Nicolas Cage. But Nicolas Cage is going to be a serial killer, and I think that's kind of cool.
Isn't he kind of a serial killer in most of his movies? Like, wasn't
Of our
he
hearts?
wasn't he in a serial killer in Dream Scenario?
Not really.
I mean, he had.
We'll get into it, but I don't think so. But here's Long Legs, though, and I'm excited because I think he can have a lot of fun with this. But the FBI agent Lee Harker is not him. Is assigned to an unsolved serial killer case. He's the serial killer that takes unexpected turns, revealing evidence of the occult. OCCULT. What's that?
Occult.
Occult. Sure. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm excited for this one. The trailer was really kind of trippy and stuff, but again, you don't see Nicolas Cage, so I was like, I didn't really care. But can't wait for that to come out whenever that does come out, which I have no idea when. So that was my other little tidbit of Nicolas Cage news during Nicolas Cage month.
Why don't you see him in the trailer? Like, you feel like, for me, I'd be like, make sure you show him, please.
Yeah, they're kind of screwing it up, right?
So,
yeah.
What is up with this new search?
Let's talk about Nicolas Cage, huh?
Let's talk about Nicolas Cage. I think we need a clip with Nicolas Cage, like, in here. Like him saying something. Aaron! Nick.
right. I think we're gonna do like 3 movies for you guys this episode, and let's I mean, dude, I think we gotta kick it off. Let's get right into Dream Scenario. We both watched this, right, Ryan?
I just watched it an hour ago.
Good.
I just finished it an hour ago.
And you already forgot the ending, but
I didn't. I got this.
okay.
I paid attention.
What you
I
think? Let's you already kind of mentioned like the stories about Nicolas Cage, and he's just kind of like this nobody, and he just pops. He just started popping into people's dreams, and it kind of escalates and turns into this whole big thing because that's never happened before. And then it just follows him and how that progresses through just Dream Scenario. We can get into a little bit more, but right off the bat, though, like, I mean, how'd you feel about it? I know.
I liked his.
Away.
I know. I liked his character mostly. I like that Nicolas Cage can just morph into anybody. Like he was just supposed to be an average college professor, and this is probably one of the most Nicolas Cage movies out there because it's just like average life, and then shit hits the fan, and then he throws shit back into the fan, and then it just kind of ends. Nick Cage is. This is why he's one of the greatest actors because his movies leave you wondering like what the fuck just happened and why'd they hire him to do it, and why was that so thought provoking? Like you watch Willy's Wonderland and that's a movie he didn't say a single word, right?
Yeah, I think at the very end he says like one word or something.
Or The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, like these. And Dream Scenario is one of those movies where it's not a comedy, it's not really a drama. It's not an action movie. It just, you know what it feels like? It feels like a freaking boring Michael Cera movie, which is funny because Michael Cera's in it. But like when you actually dive into the movie and the concept of it, it makes you wonder. It makes you think about. I have 2 questions. And let me ask him later on. Remind me about my 2 questions because one of them is about the ending.
Okay.
And it's about the whole thing, the dream scenario. Nicolas Cage has inputted his character is Paul Matthews, and Paul Matthews just one day people just start recognizing him because he's just popping up randomly in their dreams. But his character takes it to another level. He's like, what do you mean? I'm just there. I'm not doing anything. I'm boring. Like, and then eventually as the movie progresses, he's starting to interact a little bit more in their dreams once he's figuring out the type of dreams that they're having. So it's not just like I'm in dreams, it's how come I'm not better in your dreams, or how come I'm not doing this kind of stuff, and how come what can I do kind of thing. It's one of those things where you think about like what would Nicolas Cage do if people started dreaming about him? And this is exactly what he'd do. He's just playing a college professor who's trying to write a book.
Dude, the whole time I was just thinking, and I love how throughout this movie, like people are describing their dreams, and you guys see it, right?
Yeah.
And I just love how you just kind of show up in the dreams and just kind of randomly think. And I just thought, like, oh man, how have I not had a dream like this where Nicolas Cage just kind of shows up out of nowhere, has nothing to do with the dream at all? But oh, I want that to happen so badly.
I have a feeling like this has happened to someone in Hollywood, and they're like, I keep on having random dreams about Nick Cage, and he's not doing anything.
Yeah, which is weird. He's not raging out. He's not caging.
He's not caging out. We're not boosting cars. We're not landing planes on the Vegas Strip. We're not getting drunk in Vegas. Like, it's just like me finishing a math test and going to the bathroom, and he's in there. Like, that's how these dreams were in this movie. But what I liked about this movie is his reaction to real life events after this becomes more of a thing, when people start recognizing that, hey, yeah, this guy is in my dreams, and it becomes more widespread and viral, and how, I don't want to say it affects his life, but how he kind of turns his life for the worse. Like, he created his own enemy in this, dude.
On accident. I think that was like, this is like, it's a strange movie because I remember finishing and I was like, I don't. I'm on the fence with this, and then I think about it. I thought about it more, and like, okay, I did like it, and regardless if the film is actually good or not, like, I think Nicolas Cage's performance was amazing. Like the fact that he just goes and like he totally just creates this character. He embodies this character. Like he puts on a bald cap, like, and the way he talks and his mannerisms and everything. Like, it's a totally different person. It's not Nicolas Cage, but it is Nicolas Cage. And that's the part that stood out to me like so much. It's like, wow, like, it's impressive. Whether you like his performance or not, like, I thought it was amazing, but like, the guy gives it his all every single time. And he stays true to that character, and like, you could tell, like, he did a good job developing this character. And then just how it just plays out, or he's this, to the very end, right? He's just this guy that's a nobody that really kind of wants to be a somebody. And it doesn't quite work out that way because he's just a little bit too
I think he was a nobody who wanted to stay a nobody and didn't know how to react when he became a somebody.
I don't know, but remember, there's that part where he's like confronted that other professor because basically, like, she kind of took his idea, his theory.
Okay, and now that you bring that up, notice how him in people's dreams became more of a nightmare, which I love that. I love that the movie became him just randomly showing up in these dreams, and then they turned into, like, some of them were having like sexual dreams with him, and then they just turned into nightmares. And like, that's where you saw Nick Cage out. You saw the first student who was like, yeah, I was in the field and people were eating mushrooms and like kind of afraid because this tall guy's here, and I was afraid of everything. And Nick Cage is like looking around and he's just eating the mushroom. But later on, when he's raging out, like, dude, he's hammering that kid's face in school. Dude, that was cool,
It turns into nightmares, man. He gets brutal. And that was like, oh man, that was a turning point, was with the sex scene. Well, if you call it that, but that was also one of the weirdest parts. With that, the whole time I was like, is she making this up? I could not figure that out, because she was the only one that had a different dream scenario. Yeah. And then bringing him back to her apartment to like reenact this dream, and that fart. I don't know why there was that big ass fart. Like, that just made no sense to me, and further escalated probably his anger, which turned into him being a nightmare to everyone. Which, I don't know. This concept is just such a crazy one, and the fact that they just made a movie about it is just so interesting, and I totally think it's worth a watch. It gets. I do want to say, I felt like it just kind of, like, I couldn't figure out, like, where's this movie going to go, and then where it went, I wasn't quite expecting that, and I'm a little bit like, what? But it still stays true to his character. I'm like, okay, I guess that part works, and then how it ends, it's it's kind of a sad ending.
It is for Paul Matthews. But here comes my question. how did they figure out how he was able to get into people's dreams and turn
I-
it into an app?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it made no sense. For, like, this movie just kind of drastically changes.
Dude, and it just like bloop dropped, and you're like, what am I watching now?
Yeah.
But when they were maybe when he was trying to get his book at the PR firm, and they kept on really trying to push him to advertise Sprite, which, by the way, that concept for that commercial for Sprite would have been the most ingenious thing possible. Like, could you imagine, like, people are seeing you in their dreams, they don't know who you are, and then Sprite randomly has a commercial with that guy in it?
I know. It'd be great.
I'd be terrified of Sprite.
It's yeah, it's so funny, the fact that, like, basically that kind of towards the middle of the film, where, like, they're selling this idea that, like, oh yeah, we want to, a company wants to represent him to make, because he's famous, because he's in everyone's dream. There's a whole nother way to, like, all right, how do we capitalize on this guy that's in everyone's dream? We need to somehow make it so that he can do ads for us. And that's basically the end of the movie, is that they figured out how to do that, get ads in our brains. And I don't like that idea. So,
But you know
but
what that shows you is whenever a phenomenon like that happens, the first people out there are, how can we monetize on this?
yeah, exactly. But that's also kind of the weird thing. So that's Michael Cera's character, and he shows up at the end still representing him with the book, but kind of doing a shady part of it, right? Not really doing what he wants to do. But I was kind of still surprised that, like, he's still representing this guy who is now hated by most people.
The thing is, he was still in people's minds. Like, you can't get him out of your mind. Although you do find out, like, because of your dreams are now being clouded with ad space, people were starting to forget about him.
Okay, yeah, because they did mention something, right? He was kind of like just gone away, and they never said, they don't know how it happened either. Like, it's again, it's just such a weird scenario. But I think overall, Nicolas Cage's performance alone is worth a watch, and just be prepared for that drastic turn at the end. But I think it's gets a thumbs up for me.
Oh yeah. Well, I think I agree with you. Is this nominated for anything?
I don't think so.
Well,
I haven't heard
I agree with
anything.
you, Peter. Thumbs up for me too.
Nice.
And it's in my heart.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nice. What else do we got?
I like him as I like seeing him as like a serial killer in a way.
Oh, from that one? Yeah. Oh, I guess he did get nominated for what is this? Golden Globes, Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Motion Picture, Music, or Comedy. I agree with that. Satellite Awards too, which I don't really know what that is. He's nominated for the same thing, Best Actor.
Well, who won that one this year for?
Do they have? Has that happened?
Yeah, I think it just happened like Sunday. Paul Giamatti beat him. Fucking Paul Giamatti.
All right. Well, there you go. Too bad.
I want to see those two in a cage match. I'm pretty sure Nick Cage would win.
I agree.
How
has he not been in a movie called Cage Match? Has he? No.
No, I don't think so. There is a pro wrestler named Nick Gage that totally took his name from Nick Cage. Just so you know.
Cool.
Nick Cage is not even his real name. Isn't his name Coppola?
Yeah.
Nicholas Kim Coppola.
Yeah.
Damn. Peter, do you want to do two movies, or do you want to co-review / spoil the one that we were talking about while eating pizza after the wrestling show?
You know, I have not watched this movie, right?
You haven't?
No, I
Was
just
it just me and Danny just who watched it?
She hasn't watched it either. I know things about it.
Oh, I thought you watched it.
uh-uh.
That's why I was like sending the pics in the group chat.
Oh yeah, you spoiled the shit out of it.
My bad.
It's all right. I don't mind. But the whole time, because you said that we recommended it, I was like, well, I mean, I guess we kind of did. We talked about it. But yeah, we have not watched it.
Who the hell watched it at that table?
Jeremy?
Jeremy wasn't there.
I don't know.
You guys, you and Danny were like, yeah, this scene and this scene and this scene. I totally thought you guys watched it.
No, I know stuff about it, and now I know a lot about it, but
Well, let's save it then, dude. Watch it. I want you to watch this movie.
all right. Well, I was telling Daniela about what you're saying, so she has not what Nikki said about it, because she does not want to watch it again. And so
Nikki does it?
Yeah, that's what she said in the chat.
Yeah.
So, but we're talking about Saltburn, right? Did we mention that?
No, we didn't. Yeah, we're talking about Saltburn. This movie got a lot of recognition now. It's on Prime. See, this is one of those movies. I'll say this. I've seen this preview plenty of times at Alamo Drafthouse, and I'm like, I want to see that movie. It looks weird. It looks different, and I think it's right up my alley. And then it just disappeared. And then like, Brittany was like, while you were wrestling, I watched Saltburn, and I was like, oh my gosh, how was it? And she goes, it's just weird. And I was like, that's
Yeah.
what I figure. And then we watched it the following day, and yeah, it's
She
very much
actually
weird.
watched it again, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, because we were watching some stupid movie on Hulu, which wasn't a movie, but it was about witches in a treehouse. It was dumb.
Wait, it's not a movie, but it's about witches in a
It was a
treehouse?
mini series. It's one of those like
Oh.
after hour Hulu things.
Okay, gotcha.
What are those called?
Miniseries.
Yeah,
After Dark. I don't know.
and it was called The Treehouse. So, but yeah, Saltburn. Let's save it. I want you to watch it.
Okay. I'll have to
I'm
find
good
some
with-
time. Well, then I don't care about this one, but I wanted to bring this one up because I actually thought it was kind of good. But The Exorcist Believer, I saw it finally. Actually, when did I see that? I think I saw that around like Christmas time. You know, around Christmas time, you just like you gotta get away from the holiday spirit and watch something terrifying. And that was The Exorcist Believer for me. Which I did not want to go see in theaters, which I'm so glad about that. But this movie was better than I expected. I was pretty enthralled with it. They did just a great job with it being creepy. This one with the whole exorcist part of it, like 2 girls get possessed. Their makeup, you know how they make them all demonic, yes, was really cool, and the way they talked and everything, and and just moved. It creeps you out. Like, I don't know why. It just does. So I did a really good job with that. And I liked how this one was really about like, okay, how do we exorcise this? How do we exorcise the demon out of these girls? And then it's one of the dads, he goes like on this journey. He's like, all right, I gotta figure this out. Finds the mom who had experience with her daughter, and found her. And she helps him, and she's, I guess, from that experience went on and wrote books and studied everything and studied all his religion and basically how to do all these exorcisms. And she kind of like, this is what you need. It's all about, people and like loving these people, or the ones possessed, and like, just, it doesn't matter what you believe, as long as you believe in something and you push that upon them, you can exorcise them. And so it's just following that journey and of that guy figuring out how to do the exorcism and preparing for it and then doing it to these two girls, and shit goes down. And they demons, they're very tricky. I'll say that they're very tricky.
You've watched Ghostbusters enough. You should know.
Well, that's the one thing they didn't do. They didn't go hire
Ghostbusters
and get a proton pack and a trap. So they did the, I guess, old fashioned way, no science involved at all. I will say though, there was some of the visuals got a little like almost cartoony there at the end, which is really strange. Like, I don't know what was going on there. I don't know how that passed. Like, it almost looked like someone was just scribbling and drawing and then just put a lot of lights. Like, I don't know. That was really strange. And I is the one thing that really stood out. Like, they did everything so well with the whole practical makeup and all that good stuff, and then they had this weird special effect that is just thrown in there and it looked awful. So that was my one thing that was like, that was weird. But overall, enjoyed it. It's on Peacock to stream, and again, you're done with the holidays, watch a horror movie.
Yeah, you got to prepare for February.
That's right.
Horror movie part 2.
That's right.
Or part 1 because it's before Halloween. Speaking of Peacock, Peacock's got a lot of recognition lately after the little stunt they played with the playoffs. People have Peacock now. So
good and bad, right?
I like Peacock. A lot of people bitch about the streaming service, but I don't have problems with it. Do you have problems with it?
The only thing that I don't really like, they have these like live channels.
Oh yeah, those are bunk.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand why I want to watch anything live. So I always sometimes I'll be like, hey, I want to watch Saturday Night Live, but I want to pick the episode, right? Or I want to go searching for it. And somehow I'll get on the live channel and it's just playing. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And so that's my one complaint with
Oh,
Peacock.
yeah, that's dumb. The way the live channels work really well, USA does this, because when I watch pro wrestling, usually on Mondays, because of time zones, it doesn't start till 9 o'clock. For me to watch it early, I have to open up the USA app, go to live TV, and it's on at 7. So I know what you're talking about with the Peacock, because it's like just a channel of Saturday Night Live, right?
Yeah, it's just nonstop Saturday Night Live, which I just, why wouldn't I just go and pick that, select the episode, and then it just keeps on going, right? It's the same concept.
They should let you at least start with what episode you want and then just randomly select ones after that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like YouTube does. YouTube does that.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why they did that, but there's a whole bunch of those live channels. I was kind of just scrolling through, but I did not select any because I was like, I'm just gonna pick the one thing that I want to watch. So, yeah. All right. Is that a recommendation?
Not yet.
Yes! Oh, God. Oh.
I'll have what she's having.
Yeah, Peacock. That's what we're
look
having.
at the lasers. Peacock.
I could see him in the corner of my eye.
I hope this happens on my phone. I want to FaceTime and just have that do that all the time. Recommendations. Can I start?
Yeah.
I'm about to do the funniest thing ever. Ready?
Yes.
I started 3 series all at the same time. So I might have the most convoluted, twisted storyline possible. I started Reacher, I started Echo, and I started Beef. And I literally watched 3 episodes of each one of those series, like all in the same day. Not in sequence, just random. So
what? You're just like, all right. I feel like a little bit of Echo. Now I'm gonna watch a little bit of Beef. Yeah, let's do some Reacher.
It was more like the day before. I was like, Dad, you should watch Echo. This series is cool. and he got to watch it, but I didn't. So then I sat down and watched it, but then I got bored, and I was like, I'll come back to this. Oh, Reacher looks cool because I saw a viral video of that first scene in Reacher, and then I was like, oh, Reacher's actually pretty good. And then I got a text from my mom, and she's like, hey, have you watched Beef? That series is good. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll watch that for a minute. So, I'm 3 episodes deep in each one of those, and so far, pretty good.
Yeah, I was talking about series I haven't finished. Reacher's one of those. I don't know what happened with that, but I stopped watching for whatever reason.
The first
Even though
season,
Yeah.
you finish it. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but I just felt like it kind of dragged a little bit. And I feel like it could have got a little bit faster. But I do plan on going back to that because I really want to watch the second season. I'm like, glad they did get one. Beef, I did try watching that too, and I just fell asleep, and then I never came back to it. So,
Dude, a
nothing.
guy pees on the floor in spite.
I must have fallen asleep through that, but I liked the idea. I just need to finish it,
Yeah, time.
Yeah, and then
Holidays,
Echo,
birthdays,
yeah, Echo. I just have not done yet, but it looks like I like that they're getting a little bit more mature with it. The fight scenes look awesome. The fact that you said there's gonna be Jeremy Renner's in there and Daredevil, that's pretty exciting. So
Kingpin's in it, and I heard it has a lot of other cameos too.
nice. I like that.
It'd be cool if Spider-Man showed up.
That'd be interesting, but yeah, I've been watching. I don't know what I've been watching. It's been tough, man. Like I have not. I need something simple. That's where I'm at right now. I need something that I can just like start and finish really quickly, or something that I don't need to be invested with.
Dude,
So
commit to Beef. Episodes are like maybe 30 minutes long,
yeah,
and it's something that you could commit to, and like it's not, you don't have to truly follow what's going on, and you could click off and click on anytime you want. That's the one I'd recommend out.
yeah.
Out of
I
all
mean,
of them.
that's how streaming services usually work. But I will. I mean, I started. I seen the first episode for sure, and then I fell asleep during the second one. You know what? We're talking about this one, and Nikki actually brought this up, but she was watching Home Improvements, and so we came home. We started watching Home Improvements, and it's pretty damn funny. As long as you can get past the whole grunting thing with Tim Allen. Danielle kind of got worn out by that, so we have to take a break now. But Home
What was that?
Improvement's pretty funny.
Home Improvement was always good. Good choice on that one. And then,
Yeah.
brother, what was that one he did later on in life? That one was funny too.
Last Man Standing.
That one's a
right?
funny one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same exact thing, but instead of boys, it's girls, and instead of working at a tool show, he's working at a sporting goods store.
Dude, he works at Bass Pro Shop, and
Yeah.
what I like is
And it's based
takes place-
here
Yeah, it's based here.
in Colorado, Denver. Yeah,
So
I like that too. So, yeah, that's my recommendation. We did it, Ryan.
we did it. We knocked through in our normal time. We thought
did.
this was gonna go on forever, but it's not because you have to watch Saltburn. I thought you watched it, so now it's time.
Yeah, maybe
Just-
I'll go do it right now, but no, I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah,
So,
you don't need to see blood, semen, and floppy dicks before you go to bed.
yeah, let's talk about nightmares.
What if it was Nick Cage chasing you that way? Oh my gosh,
Oh, jeez.
would that be a nightmare?
Be sure to visit bmoviesbeyond.com.
It's the rain.
Bye.
It's the end of the episode.
Yeah.